In 2001, Tiger Woods became the first man in golf history to hold all 4 of the professional major tournament trophies at a single time. But we consider that to be the Tiger Slam because no professional golfer in history has ever won all of them in a single calendar year. But this year, Rory McIlroy has already won the first of the 4 majors, the Masters, in wonderful fashion, and the other 3 majors are set up possibly perfectly for him to succeed yet again and do what has never been done before. So let's try to understand exactly why that is this year. To begin, no one can win all of the majors if you do not win the first, which Rory has done, finally winning at Augusta after years of struggle, disaster, and rather poor play to become one of the few golfers in world golf to have ever won the career Grand Slam, which is exactly what you think it is. It's winning all 4 of the majors in your career, something nobody has done since Tiger. So now he has his green jacket and also the Players' Championship title, which by many is considered to be the 5th major of golf. Not a bad start to the year and something that could show maybe a little bit momentum going forward. But the significance of this green jacket is so much more than just another major win for Rory, because he was finally able to break a barrier for himself and potentially break a mentality struggle that he has had for a very long time, like we saw on the final day at Pinehurst in 2024 when Rory missed 2 short putts on his final holes to drop down the leaderboard behind Bryson DeChambeau, who wasn't even playing the greatest golf at the time. But in doing so, in winning this year, he's finally breaking down this mental barrier that has hurt his play on the final days when the pressure is up a lot, which potentially opens up his potential to run free again, to play confidently, cocky even, and do whatever he wants to do, because he is playing incredible golf right now, which is important if he wants to go on and do what he could potentially do this year. And I think Rory can add to his story and continue his story of what this season could bring very, very possibly this year. But first, I want to thank Phil Mickelson's company 4Wellness for sponsoring today's video and helping keep me focused for the past few weeks with their product, The Good Stuff, a supplement to your morning coffee that helps to reduce inflammation, boost focus, and improve hydration. I've recently been using it alongside my morning coffee, and I've felt so much better equipped to attack the day. And I think 4Wellness is great, but you can also trust that there is a lot of research behind what they do and what their products can do for you. And on top of that, they have some really good deals going on right now, where 4Wellness subscribers enjoy 25% off the single purchase price for life, with the option to save up to 30% on double subscriptions. And at the very least, it's helped me stay incredibly focused in the past few days, which is very difficult. So thanks, Phil. And though not every order comes with a corgi, no orders do, it is definitely better in the presence of one. But we know that's not possible for everybody, so to make everybody feel a little bit better, new subscribers to The Good Stuff also receive a welcome kit with their first order. Either a ceramic canister and metal scoop designed to look great on your kitchen counter, or Phil's favorite tumbler. So to save 25% with your subscription, click the link in the description, head on over to 4Wellness and enter code ROLUGOLF at checkout to get free shipping as well. So thank you again to 4Wellness for sponsoring today's video, but let's get back into Rory at the PGA Championship. The remainder of the venues for the majors are basically set up perfectly for Rory to do his thing and basically destroy everyone. But to understand that, let's go somewhere I'm comfortable, and you're going to understand why in a second. The PGA Championship this year will be at Quail Hollow Golf Course, a fine course. Usually it's not a major venue, as usually the Truist Championship, or before that it was just the Quail Hollow Championship, was held there, which Rory has won 4 times. However, for Rory, I really don't know if it could be at a better place, especially if he's hungry. Come on, let me do this for Rory. If I hammer this, Rory's gonna win. Oh, I definitely hammered it. Face was a little open though. And honestly, this momentum that Rory needs to have at Quail Hollow is critical for it to be a good stepping stone into the rest of this year, into creating the story that I'm telling you today. So having all that momentum at Quail Hollow can let him win there, hopefully play his best golf because he's not worried. There's not really pressure on him yet. So he can go create something special. Say he wins, he can go on to the US Open and hopefully do something special there. Now, that course in Philly is not necessarily something that I know much about, but I have heard that it sets up well for Rory's swing because he likes to draw the ball. He likes to pound it off the tee, and it rewards powerful hitters off the tee. Let's see if I can match him again here too. Face was open again, but I actually hammered that one off the toe. But again, for this story, we need him to win. And so, say he wins at the US Open, he's gonna head on back to England, or UK, not England, Northern Ireland, which I guess is part of the UK. Sorry guys. And let's say he puts it together at the US Open. I think there's a lot of speculation we could do, but outside of the fact that he's already won a US Open, he's not really breaking any barriers just yet, and that it sets up well for someone who hits the ball like Rory does. Well, I think it's entirely possible he wins, especially with the game he's playing and the fact that he's probably the best player in the world right now, or the most informed golfer in the world right now. It's hard to say what it'll be like in 2 months, but let's say he wins, he's gonna head on over to probably the place most familiar to him, or that I think will be the most exciting, the best for the story of Rory and Royal Portrush in Northern Ireland. Golf is one of those games where not being prepared can be a problem, and not being comfortable can be a major issue, and we've seen that with Rory. You see, I'm comfortable here, and I think a big point about Rory going to Royal Portrush is that he should be comfortable there. That's a place that he has not only performed incredibly well at, but set the course record back in 2005 at 16 years old, 2 shots below the course record, by the way, at 61. And I think it's important for most golfers to feel comfortable, to feel in a space that they are, relaxed in. I think that's part of the reason that Tiger was able to pull it through in 2019 at the Masters. And so with Rory having the old course record of 61 at Portrush, it's an incredible opportunity for him to do his same thing. Now, he doesn't have the perfect record there. In 2019, the Open Championship was there again, and he actually missed the cut because he shot 79 on Thursday. I think it's entirely possible that that could be weighing on him, but part of the reason that I also don't think that is because on Friday, when he was trying to make a run, make the cut, he shot, I think, a 65 or a 66, bringing him to just 2 over, nearly making the cut, but he did miss it, and then Shane Lowry ended up winning, setting the new record at the new course because they did change it. So Rory not only has the ability to go in there and perform, but he also has done some great things there, even though he's had some demons there in the past. And on top of that, Rory has said that in Quail Hollow in 2010, he dominated, won, and did an incredible thing. They changed the course up in a little bit, and then 4 years or 5 years later, he went and won again, I think tying the course record that year. So just because they changed things up does not necessarily mean that it won't be set up well for Rory, and that he won't be able to do it because he has a history of doing that exact thing. Not necessarily at Portrush, but in golf in general. And I think that's very important because what we're asking from him is a lot here. See what I can do without any demons in my head. Well, I guess there's a lot of demons in my head right now. Oh, wow, I went straight. Toe ball. Rory himself has said that he was incredibly cocky at that time, which I think is incredibly important to the success of a golfer. I think that's one of the reasons Tiger was so good at such a young age, because at a young age, you don't have those worries. You don't have those demons that have obviously weighed on Rory all throughout his career. And Tiger, after his injuries and after all the drama with him, didn't really turn it on until the 2019 Masters, where things fell into place a little bit for him, but he was also the most comfortable. But hold on, before we yap more about this, I'm gonna go take some shots. So tell me what you guys see. Hitting off the toe. Now, I don't think it's the most ideal situation because I think there are a lot of incredible golfers in world golf right now. With Scotty slowly getting back into form, Xander is constantly around, Justin Thomas is winning now, and Bryson is always there lurking. If he can get his driver together, who knows what he could do at the US Open as well. However, I think it's incredible that all these courses line up so well, or even decently, for Rory here. It seems like the script has been written for him. At least to me it does. And yes, I'm a storyteller. I would love great things like this to happen because it creates a great story for you guys. But also, I just want someone to finally do what has never been done in golf before and win the Grand Slam. And I don't think there's ever been a year in history where it makes more sense or it looks as feasible as it does right now for Rory. Now, that's saying a lot too, but if anyone can do it ever, I really think this is the year for Rory McIlroy to win the Grand Slam. Do something Tiger, Jack, Arnie, Ben Hogan never have. That was good. But let me know what you think. You think Rory can do it this year? Do you want him to do it or do you hate him? Because I know a lot of you guys do. Well, if you guys did enjoy this, make sure you subscribe because I have a big story on Rory's career Grand Slam coming out next week that I just couldn't get to this week. But again, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.